What's your body language saying to others while you're talking? Well, you may not believe it, but each and every gesture and motion has a meaning to it. The December issue of Real Simple breaks down what your body language is saying, and joining us with more is Kristin Appenbrink, Associate Editor for Real Simple. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm a little worried because I'm not sure what this body language is saying right now.
Well, hopefully it's neutral. Hopefully it's not saying
okay,
anything.
Good. Well, we're going to break all of that down and actually show some pictures so people can see what the exact stances are and what they say and what they're not saying.
Right.
So let's start with standing with your legs together. What does that mean?
Legs together, it's a very kind of deferential position. It actually mimics the way a soldier would stand in front of his commanding officer, so it shows respect, and it's a pretty neutral position as well.
All right, and the opposite would be, I guess, standing with your legs apart.
Standing with your legs apart, exactly. If you have about a hip width between your feet, that is kind of a more aggressive position. It kind of shows that you're a little bit more assertive, and it's what people generally use when they are arguing their point in a discussion or an argument.
Do you really think that's the case, or is someone just standing that way?
You know, I think it kind of depends. It really depends on the situation. If you're having a discussion that's getting a little heated, you can start to see people really stand their ground and kind of assert themselves that way.
Okay. Another thing is sitting or shifting, I should say, your weight side to side.
Side to side, back and forth. It shows indecisiveness. It's a little bit, you have two things that you're going back and forth between, and you know, your body really does mimic your mood in that case.
I have an issue with this next one because I do it a lot, and I don't think I'm projecting what you're going to say I am when I sit like this, because for me, crossing my arms, it's just comfortable.
It is. You know, that one is one where you have to be careful when you're reading it. It's a very situational thing. It could be that someone's just cold, but especially when you have arms crossed and legs crossed, that's a little bit more of a defensive position. Someone's got their guard up.
To me, that's a balancing act, right?
Exactly.
Okay, in reading your feet in particular, there's a bit of a science to this. So looking at this picture right here, what is that saying?
Yep, that's saying you're putting your toes together, you're you're indecisive, and you're kind of trying to defend yourself. It's kind of a protective position.
All right, and along with the feet, your hands say a lot about what you're thinking. Yeah, so when you have your hands open.
When you have your hands open, palms up, kind of loose fingers, that's really showing that you're open to new ideas. Whoever you're talking to, you're very receptive.
Who talks like this, though? I mean, come on.
Well,
really?
I have to say, I talk with my hands, so usually my hands are more open, but they're not forward, but they're just kind of looser with the palm generally up. Instead of down, their opposite is down with maybe your fist closed, something like that. That really shows a strong position and an opinion that's really not flexible.
What about hiding your hands in your pocket?
Hiding your hands in your pockets, that kind of means that you actually are hiding something. Maybe you're not giving the full story. Pockets behind your back, in your lap, something like that. Whoever you're talking to, you might not be sharing all the information.
What if your hands are just cold?
Once again, you have to kind of read the situation with it as well.
Okay, all right. And last but not least, picking your nails. I don't know who does this. I mean, I guess when you're talking, if I'm doing this, obviously I'm not interested in what you're saying if I'm doing that, right?
You know, that is another thing kind of showing insecurity. What we recommend instead is to interlace your fingers and kind of steeple your hands. That doesn't allow you to pick at your fingers, and it's much more, it's a stronger position.
It's kind of like a gun.
A little bit, but maybe a little bit looser, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know if that's very natural for me. I'll work on it. Kristin Appenbrink from Real Simple. Thanks so much for these tips. We truly appreciate it.